I should channel Charles Dickens to start this show or not. But I mean, heck, SU Sports this week, as I begin my show, seems like Dickens' novel A Tale of Two Cities. And yeah, I'm gonna mispronounce a line, but I'm doing it deliberately. 'Tis a far, far better thing I do than I have ever did before. Yeah, that's a fracturing of one of the most famous lines. But I don't care. I'm using A Tale of Two Cities to describe how Syracuse is right now. First, the football team. Everybody, it seems as though, wants Brand Brown's head on a platter. But I'm drawing parallels to what Brand Brown is doing to what McDermott did in his first couple of years as Buffalo's head coach. The first year, McDermott had some good players to work with, but not the ones he wanted. But yet he still coached them to Buffalo's first playoff appearance in 17 years. Brand Brown had the veterans when he came in, and he added Kyle McCord, and SU wound up going 10-3. But then Brand Brown started getting his own players, and like McDermott and Brandon Bean got their own players. The second year was one of growing pains, and yeah, it's now really growing pains right now for Syracuse football. We did get Angeli that kind of softened the blow for the first 4 games. But when he goes down injured, and when you got your main star injured, yeah, it becomes rough going. Yeah, we haven't won a single game, and at times we've looked awful in these last 5 games, especially at quarterback. And I'm kind of scratching my head at Brown's decision to start a walk-on who's on the lacrosse team on scholarship at quarterback. He definitely didn't look ready. And he definitely looks like he needs a lot of seasoning. Poultry, anyone? Especially because it's November, we're heading towards Thanksgiving. Oh well, but you know what? Syracuse did have a little bit of a running game, but when your offense can't handle it, and you rely too much on your defense and your special teams, heck, the defense will eventually break down. But the one thing that made me angry was the coach with the worst morals, other than Lane Kiffin, other than Bobby Petrino, walked off the dome turf a winner. Yeah, Bill Belichick and his trophy girlfriend. Yeah, she holds a lot of real estate holdings that's worth millions of dollars. She's 24 years old. Well, you know what? He's 73. So still in my mind, he's robbing the cradle. But he's got to shove all those Super Bowl rings he's won as the coach of the Patriots in your face. Yeah, no wonder why I throw up every time I see Bill Belichick. Well, North Carolina came in, and they took care of a really weakened Syracuse team. I shouldn't say weakened, but hey, when you're playing a lot of your underclassmen, a lot of your future stars, there's going to be growing pains. That's what Syracuse fans need to look at with Brown. There's a lot of growing pains. And no, there's no Kirk Cameron, and there's no Tracy Gold. There's no song coming on sung by B.J. Thomas. Oh well, it's a lot of growing pains. It only bodes well for the future. And let's hope there's a better future, especially if Angeli comes back next year. And there's probably going to be a few that hit the transfer portal, but you got to prepare for the future. That's what Brand Brown's doing. So you know what? All those who want Brown's head, be patient. Let's keep it going. We're going to have to limp the rest of this year, especially with Miami coming up, then Notre Dame coming up, and on Thanksgiving weekend, Boston College. We got to finish out this season with our heads high. We're probably not going to be going bowling, But I mean, let's keep our heads high, Cuse. And I mean, speaking of heads high, good way to start the season for the SU basketball team. A convincing win over Binghamton in the season opener. And yeah, Kyan Anthony looks like he's going to be a good leader for this team. He looked pretty darn good in his first action. And of course, when they showed clips of his father, the one who led him to the national title, you should have heard the roar come up from the Syracuse crowd. And of course, when Anthony did his thing, yeah, the roars came up. But now I'm worried about J.J. Starling. He was injured early in the game, and I mean, I don't know how long he'll be. But I mean, hopefully it's not too long. I mean, we got Delaware State coming up on Saturday, and we can continue to hone our skills for what looks to be a good bounce back year for Syracuse basketball. That's what I'm hoping. Good way to start Syracuse basketball. And Adrian Autry, I'm kind of hoping that maybe your job is safe for another year. We'll see. Now I go from the SU basketball to Buffalo. You know, the script kind of continues. When we play Kansas City, it seems as though in the regular season we win. But I kind of wonder, we meet Kansas City in the postseason, are we going to fall on our face again? And I mean, heck, twice, giving Patrick Mahomes 2 Hail Mary chances. It's like what happened years ago when Joe Montana had 2 Hail Mary chances to beat Buffalo in the 1980 season finale. Buffalo escaped with an 18-13 win, but you kind of saw that Montana and the 49ers laid the foundation for their run in the 80s. I mean, I'm hoping that this is a good way to say, hey, Buffalo ain't dead. And yeah, we didn't make any moves at the trade deadline. There's a lot of people going at us like this. But you know what? The Jets, are mortgaging their future, trading their stars. Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams were both traded for a bevy of draft picks. You know, yeah, the New York Jets are looking to maybe build for the future. I'm kind of wondering about Miami. They canned their general manager, but they kept McDaniel, whose fashion sense makes me want to puke. But heck, Miami, I think, is going to probably make moves, maybe in the offseason or not, because I kind of think Tua Tagovailoa is no longer the answer at quarterback. Of course, we'll see this Sunday when Buffalo goes down to Miami and takes on the Fish. We're going to see what happens. And of course, Michael Holt. Yeah, I'm sorry that happened to you. He came off of that 6-game suspension, and he was a beast in the 2 games he was for the Bills. But then he injures his Achilles in a non-contact injury. You know what? Guy can't catch a break. But let's hope he recovers and he comes back, because I think Brandon Beane may have hit a home run with him, even if he was suspended for the first 6 games. We'll see, guys. A big 28-21 victory over Kansas City. And now we got to focus on the stretch run ahead, starting with Miami. We'll see how Buffalo does. And I am going to say, keep it going, Waterloo girls volleyball team. A big win against Hornell. And of course, a big win to start the Section 5 against Pennies. Now it's C.G. Penny in the Class B semifinals. Can Waterloo keep it going? Especially for Cammie. Keep it going, Waterloo. Go on to the Class B title and hopefully win it. We're behind you. Keep it going. And last but not least, we had our local elections yesterday. And let's just say it kind of looks like a mixed bag for winners. For town supervisor here in Seneca Falls, it was a hotly contested race. And yeah, it looks like it's Jennifer Wick and Paul Cronenwetter, who everybody calls Kraut, are going to be the town supervisors again. And I mean, for Cronenwetter, he's been a mainstay there, and hopefully he'll continue to be a mainstay, but I think he may be thinking about retirement pretty soon. For Jennifer Kaplinski, who I went, Kaplinski Wick, I mean, that's her maiden name. Let's just say I went to school with her, and I hope she's got some good ideas, not only for Seneca Falls, but for the county. And for town councilman, yeah, it was a pretty hotly contested race. I mean, a local girl made good, Gabby Cosentino, who at 25 now represents this town on the council. And let's hope her youthful presence and youthful ideas can hopefully lead this town forward. Maybe get us some good tax base, maybe get us some businesses, maybe get us some manufacturers that can come here and lay down a tax base, and hopefully find a way to keep property taxes down and get infrastructure going here. We need it. And big congratulations to a good friend of mine, Wendy Crane. She won the other seat. You know what? I've known her since she was a kid. I knew her father very well. She is a good kid, good dude, good mother, good wife. And I mean, she absolutely is one of those ones that you want to get behind and you want her to succeed. By the way, happy birthday, Wendy. That's all I'm going to say to that. Now both Gabby and Wendy get to work. Seneca Falls needs it. And that's all the time I have for this week. I'm Ken Haas. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.